Hey, it's Jared with State of Tech. Today I'm going to talk about how I use 1Password to store everything. Now, yesterday I released a video on 5 tools that I use to be more productive and how you can use them. These are Mac apps that also work on the iPhone and many other devices as well. But productivity is super important, especially in a time where most of us are having more things added to our plate. And so being as productive as possible is super important. And I wanted to share with you how I am being more productive using 1Password. So I have my iPhone here and we're going to look at how I'm utilizing 1Password. So I'm going to open up 1Password. It unlocks with my face, so everything is nice and secure in here. The password that I use manually, if I wanted to type in the password, is a unique password that I don't have as a login to anything else. So one would say that, well, how secure is the password that you use to get into 1Password? Well, it's a password that I've never used to log into anything else, and so really the only data leak that I could have of that password is out of my mouth. Of course, using Face ID makes it really easy for me to get into 1Password. So what we're looking at right now is my favorites area. Favorites are passwords, notes, different things like that within 1Password that you can access really easily from the Favorites tab, and it also includes some recent items as well. And so, how many times, I've lost track how many times I've had to enter the password for my Apple ID. My Apple ID password is extremely long for a couple of reasons. Number one is I want it to be a unique and specific password that is not the same as a password anywhere else. And number two is I don't want my kids to be able to remember that password, because there's been instance in the past where my password was really easy for that, and my young child who didn't know any better made some in-app purchases. And so passwords like that are extremely important and need to be challenging and unique as well. So let's go into categories. What you'll see up at the top is compromised websites. This is a tool that lets you know when a password and a username or information that you had in a certain website had a data leak. And so there's a huge list here. Of course, Twitter is most of it. And passwords that I may have had in those systems could be compromised because the time that you saved the password in 1Password, between then and now, if there was a compromise with that website, that store, online store, social media, whatever it is, then it will show you here and you'll be told to go and change that password. This is super important. Where I find my biggest use in using 1Password is with logins to different places on the web. I have a ton of different logins, and for me it's extremely important that those logins be unique. The email address, of course, can be the same, but the password needs to be completely different. And so in storing passwords and having access to passwords that are different, that can be a real pain if you don't have a tool like 1Password to get access to those really easily. So that's how most of us end up using the same password over and over again. So with 1Password, I've got logins, secure notes, my credit cards, identities, passwords, documents, bank accounts, all sorts of different things that are stored in here. And so, of course, with logins, that's usernames and passwords for different websites, online banking, all sorts of stuff like that. Secure Notes allows me to create notes that are stored in here that may have sensitive information in there. These are notes that I wouldn't want to be in my standard Notes app on my phone. And then credit card information. These days, most of the time, I am making payments online, buying things online, and so having my credit card information in a place where I can easily copy and paste that into a website, and I have 1Password installed as an extension for the browsers that I'm using, so I can use autofill to make payments. And of course, it authenticates that information by unlocking it with my face, or if I'm on my computer, I can enter the password, or since I'm on a Mac and I have an Apple Watch, I can actually double tap on the button to unlock it on my Mac. On my MacBook Pro, it has fingerprint ID. I can unlock it with the fingerprint. So there are many ways that my information is secure, and I would say probably even more secure than when you save it within a browser. Because of course, with our browsers, Safari, Chrome, all of that stuff, we can store that information in there. And I'd say maybe Safari is more secure than storing that information with Chrome or one of the other browsers, because at least with Safari, it's storing it within your Apple Wallet, which is a lot more secure than probably storing it in the cloud with Google or something like that. So the credit cards, huge for me. There have been times when I removed it altogether because it does make it easier for you to spend money when your credit card information is always available in your phone. But super accessible and easy for me to make payments and stuff like that. Now I have a family, I have 4 children, and the information that I have to remember for my kids, such as social security numbers, the medical ID, all of that stuff that I need to remember and have access to is in my phone in 1Password. It makes it really easy for me to have that information there. I can't count the amount of times that somebody's been impressed when I've been at a doctor's appointment or at something and they've said, what's the ID for this or whatnot, and I have it right there. Most people are used to having to get that information given to them later. I like to have all of that stuff right there for a few reasons. Number one is I don't have to remember where I stored that information because it's right here. And so if it was on a document or something like that, I can leave it filed away. I can keep the important information with me right on my phone. There's also the ability to upload documents and stuff like that into 1Password. So if you need a copy of something, having a copy of something readily available, it will store the actual document in 1Password, and then I can download and attach that document to an email or something like that if I needed to send it. Of course, I probably wouldn't do that if it was a document that was so secure that I needed to keep it in 1Password. I probably wouldn't send it through email, which is generally not a secure way of transferring information. But with that security piece of advice said, I can store documents and information in here that I need, and as you can see, I have a few of those. Bank account numbers, routing numbers, all of that stuff that we need from time to time. Very hard to remember those things. It's very nice to have them easily accessible here. Memberships and reward programs and stuff like that. The ID for your gym membership. What's my Costco number? Costco membership number, stuff like that. Very nice to have all of that stuff accessible here. Now, tags are something that I haven't really done too much with. Tags make it easy for you to organize items that may fall within different categories. So, for example, if I had stuff that was specific to maybe one of my kids or my job or something like that, I might create a tag. Or maybe if something had to do with photography or had to do with a different aspects of my life, I might use a tag, because that specific tag could account for something that has a login. It could account for something that has a membership ID or something like that. And so tags make it really easy for me to get to items that may fall within multiple areas. Or, you can see I've got a ton of logins, 800 plus. I need to go through and clean some of these out, but 800 plus logins in here, and that's hard to scroll through sometimes. It could be a real pain in the butt. And so utilizing tags is something that I need to do more of in the future. The settings are great. It makes it really easy for you to set up the security of 1Password. I have 1Password on my Apple Watch. I have it on my other devices. And so the security of being able to set up new devices is extremely strong, but also extremely easy as well. Something as easy as scanning a QR code or using 1Password Cloud to remember those keys so that it makes it easy for you to log in to different devices. So for me, 1Password is just a fantastic tool. I use the Brave browser on my iPhone and on my Macs, and with the 1Password extension installed, I can use autofill. I can use autofill if I'm on Safari or utilizing Chrome or any other browser, because they have an extension for that. And even when I'm creating a new login through a website, I can automatically save that to 1Password, and then it's available for me on all of my devices almost instantaneously. And that's fantastic right there. Because if you're on your computer, you create a new account for something, and then you need to access that on your phone, all of that login information is readily available for you right there. And that process is time saving, and having access to all of those passwords that would be really hard to remember is super secure, and also saves you from a lot of issues that could happen by getting hacked or having your password leaked in some sort of a data breach on a website. 1Password saves me from all of those issues. So 1Password, check it out down in the description below. There's a link to it. If you have any thoughts or questions, ask down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer those. But that is how I use 1Password to better organize the data, the passwords, and all of that stuff in my life so that it's readily accessible for me at all times, and I don't have to go searching for it. And on top of that, it's all super secure because I'm not repeating passwords, and 1Password is a secure place to store all of that information. So cross-platform, Mac, Windows, iPhone, Android, it works on all of them. Go check it out. That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you back in another one soon. Take care.